My bucket's gonna break out from under me. Hey guys, it's Tia. Hot. I had to find a different place to video because it just wasn't working for me. It was way too bright. So today, a couple different things that I wanted to talk about. So, on my Tumblr, yes, I'm 25 and I have a Tumblr. Judge me. I do it a lot for my photography and just because. There are a lot of the Tumblr population with the LGBT community, in particular the lesbian community. They're a lot, not a lot younger, a couple years younger, teenagers, early 20s, mid-20s, which is weird that I can even say that. Ew. Barf. It's a lot of younger girls who use it, and a lot of them are still in the closet, they're still straight, and I'm always so fascinated to see how those who are still in the closet are so eager to get girlfriends, or just in general, relationships in general. I won't make this just about that, but in particular, because a lot of my followers are younger girls, just seeking advice, seeking people to talk to open up to, and also they post a lot about, wanting girlfriends and, being so alone and feeling so alone, and I get that. I feel that 100%. I have some advice for you, younger girls, in the LGBT community specifically, and who are still in the closet, who are not able to come out yet. The first thing I want to say is slow down. Slow down. You are still so young, myself included, and you have so much to see and so much to learn. And I promise you that after you come out and after you take that step of coming out of the closet, you are going to be completely different. You're going to be a completely different person than who you are right now in this very moment in time, because right now, you're not who you are. You're not who you truly are inside, and who you really are, it's closed off and it's hiding because for a number of reasons, I'm sure, but just slow down. I know that it's exciting, and I know that in this process, the coming out process is super lonely, and we want someone there by your side to help you through it and to love you through it, and to maybe to help you determine whether you really want to come out or not. Maybe you're confused, and that's okay too. I mean, go out and experiment and explore and meet people and, do things and figure out who you really are before you rush into a relationship before you're even out, because I promise you from experience, it's hell, and you are constantly having to hide yourself, and you're constantly having to lie to people. Oh man. So it's June and I haven't worn beanies in a couple months. I'm itching all over the place because it's freaking cold. It's right now it's probably 65. It's not bad, but anyway, my tip number 1 is to slow down. I know it's really hard, but try readjusting your focus to yourself and not so much as other people in relationships. And take this time to be selfish. People are always telling you not to be selfish and that selfish is not a good thing to be, but when it comes to you and your sexuality, yes, absolutely, be selfish, 150%. It'll help you figure out who you are and who you want to be and who you want to be with and what you want to do with your life. Number 2. Number 2 is it kind of sounds silly, but I've done this a couple times, talking to other people about really wanting a girlfriend, really wanting to be in a relationship. Make a list, get a piece of paper and a pen or pencil, and make a list of your future relationship / future girlfriend / future boyfriend. This isn't just for girls. This is for everyone. I'm just talking specifically to those who are not out, or those who are so young and like super eager for a relationship. But make a list, and on one side put pros, on one side put cons. No, on one side put what you want, and on one side put what you don't want in a relationship, in a girlfriend, future boyfriend. At first when I did this was kind of silly, and I was like, this is dumb. You know, I know exactly what I want. Sometimes when you meet someone, you know, you're so caught up in feelings, and you're so caught up in like the chemistry and the tension and the whatever comes with relationship situations. But when I made mine, I was actually pretty surprised with what I come up with, because I would read my list and then I would think about my past, you know, relationships slash fling slash interests, and not very many matched up to my list. And it was really cool because we all know exactly what we want. You know, we all know exactly what makes us happy and what makes us thrive in life, and what encourages us and what motivates us. And when we're so desperate for, and I don't like using that word because it can sound offensive, so I'm not calling you guys desperate by any means. But really though, like when we want something so bad, we're willing to blur out everything that makes us who we are and makes us succeed in life, or whatever you want to call it. So like, for instance, some of my wants in a relationship slash girlfriend is respect from my family. That's like number one, because my family is my whole life and I'm a huge family girl, so that's number one. And I look back on some of my like flings, relationships, interests, and that didn't have that. And it makes me really sad when I think about that, because I hold my family so high in my life, and I wasn't willing to just take a second and realize that that was not in the relationship. Number two, and this is just my own personal thing, you know, but believing in some type of higher power. I believe in God. That's my own beliefs. But that's a really big one for me. So, and again, I look back and some of them didn't have that. And that one is kind of, you know, on the fence. It's like, I could go more into detail with that with a new video. And then, for instance, what I don't want. You know, I don't want somebody who, if they hate kids, that's a really, really big one, because my nieces and nephews are my whole life. So yeah, and there's just a bunch of different things. But I encourage you to make a list of what you want in a relationship and what you don't want in a relationship. The list can, I mean, that's just one way. I'm not saying that in order to have a successful relationship, you gotta make a list of do's and don'ts, and you have to sit these people down. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it's an idea. There was a time when I was super desperate for a girlfriend, and I was super lonely, and I think that we all feel that way sometimes, and I think that it's okay. I mean, I know that it's okay to feel that way. Sophie! I would have people tell me, well, you need to focus on yourself and it'll just come. You need to focus on loving yourself and, you know, being with yourself and being okay with just being alone. And I would get really angry when people would tell me that, because I thought I was perfectly fine on my own. You know, and there wasn't even a particular reason as to why I would get mad at that statement. For some reason, I think I knew that it needed to be done, not for a long time or like a specific period of time, but I knew that I had to be content with being single and be content with living my life for me and not depending on somebody else to make me happy, which is so cliche, but it's true. It was really hard because I'm a very affectionate person, and I'm gonna fall through. It's an old bucket. So I don't believe that. Oh, just kidding. Sorry guys. Hold on. Wow, that was way louder than I expected, than I thought it was. You absolutely can have someone that will help you through some of your ish and some of your, you know, demons and problems, or anything that you're going through that is hard to do it alone. It's all perspective, I think. Don't rush and just slow down and have fun. You're so young. There's a post on Tumblr that I saw, and it says, I don't know if I'm saying this correctly, but it basically sums up and says, Don't ever let somebody tell you that the way you love is wrong or the way that you love is too much or something. If you can love again and again and again, over and over and over, after being crushed and heartbroken and, you know, stepped on or just hurt in general, then kudos to you, my sweet friend, because that is not easy, and a lot of people walk out of bad relationships with hard hearts, and they don't allow themselves to love anymore. And so if you're one of those people, I love you so much. But like I said, you youngsters, teens, early, newly 20s, take your time and figure out what you really want in a relationship, because I promise you, if you do that and you wait and you be patient and you don't search, your relationship is going to be beautiful. Alright, well, that's all I got today. Let's see what music's playing. Can you hear it? Incubus. Alright, that's all I got. I love you guys. Have a good week, and I'll see you next week. Okay, bye.